Hey there, fun seekers! Do you love games that combine the thrill of gambling, the chaos of rolling dice, and the joy of blaming your friends for your bad luck? Then Left, Right, Center is the game for you. This little beauty right here requires zero skill, zero strategy, and 2 brain cells to play. I mean, it's pretty easy, but it'll lead you to a lot of cheering, groaning, and plots of revenge against your former best friend. It's a party classic that's as simple as it is chaotic. Today I'm going to teach you everything about Left, Right, Center, from the rules to all the tips you'll need to have a fantastic game night. So grab your dice and let's roll. Literally. So let's start with the basics. First, you're going to have 3 dice that come in your set. On each side, you're going to have a circle, a star, right here, a side that says left, and a side that says right. Overall, you want to try and roll for the circles, but we're going to get more into that later. Next, let's talk about chips. So, while you could use the actual chips that come with the game, you could also replace it for candy, quarters, or heck, anything you could find around your house. Just start rolling and start betting, because it's a fun time ahead. Now for players, you'll need at least 3 to have a good time. But as it is a party game, you can play with as many as you want. Upwards up to 20, or heck, even more. Just remember, only 1 player gets the final pot though. And that's it! You don't need any game cards, any boards, or even a rules lawyer sitting in the corner judging you with a giant magnifying glass. All you need are these 3 dice, your chips, and a good attitude ready to have some fun. The objective of Left, Right, Center is simple. Be the last player standing with chips in front of you. When you have your chips, you're in control. If you run out of chips, then you're kind of at the mercy of your friends. Because every time you roll, you'll either be keeping your chips or putting your chips to the player on your left, the player on your right, or putting it in the center, where it can no longer be used for the rest of the game. But don't worry, if you run out of chips, if the player on your left rolls a right, then they have to give you one of their chips. Now, of course, if you don't have any chips, then that means that you can't roll. Because for each chip that you have, up to a maximum of 3 chips, you get to roll a die. Now, of course, you could always have more and more chips in front of you, but you can only roll 3 dice maximum. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Now let's talk about these magical dice. So, on 3 of the 6 sides, you're going to see a dot, or a circle. These dots mean that nothing happens. Ideally, they're what you want to keep you in the game. However, you might also roll a left. If you roll a left, whoop, put one of your tokens to the player on your left. If you roll a star, as I stated earlier, put one of your tokens in the middle, or for a right, make sure you put one of your tokens to the player on your right. Now, you're at Lady Luck's whim, but remember, the amount of chips you have is equal to the amount of dice you can roll. Here's the fun part. The dice don't obey you. They don't care about your hopes and dreams. They don't care about the coins that you threw out on the table. They're chaotic little gremlins who will betray you at every chance they get. Happy rolling! So let's get set up. Each player is going to start off with 3 chips. There we go. Make sure that each player starts off with their own 3 and protect it as if it's your own little snack stash. On your turn, then you roll dice equal to the amount of chips you have. If you have 3 chips, roll 3 dice. If you only have 2 remaining, you'll roll 2. And if you're down to your last guy, you're only going to roll 1. But don't worry, you're always in the game. The dice will tell you what to do. You'll either pass it to the left, right, or throw it in the pot in the center. But if you're lucky, you'll just roll dots and be able to keep them all. And that's it! You just roll the dice and pass it on to the player to your left. See what happens then. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. What happens when you actually run out of all your chips? Well, unlike Monopoly, you don't have to go and throw the table up in rage, because you're still in the game. All you have to do is sit and wait, because when the player on your left or right rolls a right or left, then they just have to give you one of their tokens. You can start from 3, go down to 0, and make it back up to 3 in just a couple of turns if you're lucky. Well, and if they don't, well, congratulations. You get to become the ultimate heckler. Come on, Karen, why would you roll a left? Or, Dad, please, if you roll a right, I'll wash your car for the rest of the month. The game keeps going until there's only 1 player left with chips in front of them. If you're playing for cash, then congratulations, that player walks away richer. If you're playing for candy though, that player gets to walk away with a sugar rush. And if you're playing for something weird like compliments, well, congratulations, I guess. You get to hear 10 people tell you how great your hair looks. If you want to take your left, right, center experience to the next level, well, here's a few suggestions. First off, go big or go home. Instead of playing for small little chips or for quarters, why don't you try for some more big stuff, like lottery tickets, or dare I say, chores. It's a fun experience to see who you get to pass off the buck to. Or you could add on some extra house rules, such as if a player rolls 3 different dots, then that means that they have to roll again. No mercy in this household. Or, alternatively, you can make it so that if you're out of chips, then you're out of the game. Go full elimination style. Also, if you're playing this at a holiday party, you can easily play for candy canes or for Halloween cookies as well. It's a fun little way to get everyone into the spooky or festive atmosphere. Here's why Left, Right, Center is the perfect game. I mean, quite frankly, it's easy to learn. I mean, took me less than 30 seconds to read the rules and only a couple minutes to explain it to you. It's fast-paced, so no one gets bored waiting for their turn. And it's full of surprises. 1 minute, you're the richest man in the world, and then all of a sudden, boom, you're left with nothing. Plus, it's one of the games where anyone can win. No skill, all luck, no mercy. The game that's equal part luck, laughter, and betrayal. Whether you're playing with your family, friends, or that one coworker who takes game night all too seriously, this game's guaranteed to be a hit. So grab your dice and your chips, and remember, the dice giveth, and the dice take it away.